While the National Highway 702A, maintained and constructed by the NHIDCL between Satakha and Zunheboto to the state capital Kohima and the commercial hub Dimapur, remains cut off for several days now due to a major landslide. The road stretch has been completely blocked, with rocks continuing to fall, making travel unsafe. Villages in Satakha area and those who need to travel from Kohima to Dimapur are forced to take an alternative route. However, the detour is long time consuming and difficult for patients and students and those with urgent work to travel, as the road condition is in a pathetic manner. Local residents told Notice Times that patients requiring immediate medical attention are the worst affected, with the vehicle services struggling to reach hospitals in time. Authorities have started clearance work, but continuous rainfall and fresh rock falls are slowing down the progress. Officials say efforts are being made to restore connectivity at the earliest. Until then, the people of Zunheboto and Satakha remains cut off, relying on longer and more difficult routes for essential travel. And to give us more details on the road blockade and the landslide, we are being joined over the phone line by Ankato K. Jimo, who is also the Information and Publicity Secretary, Satakha Range Students Union. So we will hear more from him. Mr. Ankato, can you hear me? Am I audible to you?
Yeah. Actually,
Yes. So everybody is aware about the landslide that has been, occurred several days back between Satakha and Zunheboto. How is the
yeah.
conditions over there? If we ask, then coming to the patients, sick people, and those needing urgent medical attention, how are they being affected by this road blockade?
Yeah, it's actually pretty bad for the patient. Sataka itself has a couple of small PHCs. I think we have one to two public health center, and they don't have much staff or equipment. So people normally have to head to Zunheboto or Dimapur for anything serious. So now that the road has been cut off, ambulances or any sorts of vehicle cannot pass by those highway because
Right,
since that they're only highway.
right.
So yeah, people, especially those women in labor who are really sick, and those women in labor, that's really scary for them. And the village roads, they are taking the longer roads like the village roads, and that roads can take like 2 to 3 hours more than the usual roads. So yeah, that's
Yes.
the condition right now out here in Sadaka.
Yes, you have said the road quotation, the alternate road quotation is 2 to 3 hours, and since people are forced to take that road, and it is very much time consuming. So, what kind of difficulties are villagers and emergency travelers facing on daily basis? Because it's been more than 4 5 days. I think the road is blocked.
Yeah. Honestly, everyone's feeling it. Fuels costs are higher. Vehicles are taking a lot of beating on those muddy tracks, and like essentials like medicine and also those kind of groceries
Hmm.
are reaching late. Kids are missing school, obviously hampering their studies,
Okay.
and village folks are losing a lot of their work hours. And myself, I've even seen the villagers at the landslide spot trying
Okay.
to cross on foot. So it's really risky, but they don't have any shortcut, so they just take the chance. And so from my point of view, it's not just about inconvenience, it's about affecting livelihoods, education, and also safety.
Right.
So people here are resilient, but they don't actually no they don't they shouldn't have to risk their life, no, or lose income just because one road goes down. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Right, right. We have clearly said that villagers are trying to cross the road by foot on that continuous falling rock and mudslides. So, have you received any updates on how the road clearance work is in progress? And are the authorities putting enough manpower and resources to clear the road immediately?
Yeah, I've gone there a couple of times myself. So the administration, the Satakha IDC, as well as the town council, they are doing the best. The excavators and all the machines are being on the work, but it's really slow. The rain keep the soil loose and the rocks are still sliding. You can tell
Hmm.
the works are careful, but
Okay.
they don't want to rush because it's dangerous. And it feels like they could use more people and maybe some extra safety gear so they can work faster without risking themselves. But Personally, I feel the food is union because, but the scale of the problem is bigger because uh, the condition is pretty bad, and if the road is really a lifeline, then the response should, match the urgency.
Right, right. So do you think that NHIDCL is working up to the expectations of the people?
As of now, I think yes, they are definitely doing the best, and people are expecting again much more from them. But from
Yes.
my point of view, I think they are doing the best.
Yes, machineries are placed both the sides for clearing
Yes,
the road.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. And what do you think that people or the contractors or the NHIDCL should be doing to prevent such blockades in future, especially when the road that is being given the alternative to ply is not that much feasible for people who are sick, like patients and all these things. They cannot ply that road, or maybe as students they cannot ply that road to attend their schools at the earliest possible. So, what do you think? What suggestion would you like to give to the authorities?
Yeah, so I think we need stronger retaining walls and better drainage for the water to pass the hills, so the hills don't give away every monsoon. So in regular checks before the season will have to. And honestly, an alternative all-weather road will save everyone a lot of stress. Right now, that is the only one highway,
Right.
and that highway has been shut. So so the people of Satakha as well as the passers-by are basically being cut off. So having a proper backup road or a quick response team, we have the additional deputy commissioner and his team, as well as the town council and the DC from Zneboto. I think creating a team for a quick response and such occurrence in the nearest future will make a huge difference.
Right. Right.
And my personal thoughts on that is, maybe investing in prevention is far cheaper than waiting for a disaster to happen every year. So if you really want real progress, then we can't just prepare. We need to plan ahead. That's what I am thinking right now.
Right. Right. All right, viewers, that was Mr. Angato K. Jimo, the Information and Publicity Secretary of the Satakha Residents Union, who connected with us and gave the details. Let me tell you once again, the authorities have started clearance work, but continuous rainfall and fresh rockfalls are slowing down the progress. Officials say efforts are being made to restore connectivity at the earliest, and it may be mentioned that the NHIDCL, along with the contractors, have also placed heavy machineries as well as manpower in both the sides of the highway to clear the debris at the earliest as possible. So with these, the NHIDCL as well as the contractors are trying hard to clear the debris, but the public has to take alternative routes where the road connectivity is not that proper. And during this rainy season, the roads are very slippery. Smaller vehicles and bigger vehicles can't ply that very much, that very road. And it's been very difficult, as said by Mr. Ankato over here. Students and patients are facing very much difficulty in plying with over those roads, as this is the only proper highway, the National Highway 702A, which has been blocked by the landslide for the past several few days.